Oh my gosh, it's episode 1. Let's do this. Welcome to Disrupt, Dominate, Delegate, the podcast for women who are done playing small and ready to take up all the damn space. I'm Brooke Norland, and I'm here to help you break all the rules, own your expertise, and stop wasting time on the shit that doesn't serve you. We don't do business that fits someone else's mold. We burn the blueprints, and we build our empire on our terms. If you're ready to disrupt the status quo, dominate your industry, and finally delegate the tasks that are holding you back, you are in the right place. Let's get to work. Women making money is nothing to apologize for. Believe it or not, for an embarrassingly long time, I believed that it was. I believed that women shouldn't be making as much money or couldn't, and that was okay and I shouldn't question it. I believed that. I believed that women making money wasn't an important topic. It wasn't an important thing in life. I didn't think it was important at all. I thought there was more important things. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of important things that women can do. But making money is one of them, despite what I thought. What a lot of people have been taught and brought up to think. Women making money is important, and the reason for that we're going to talk about today. But before we do, I need to tell you a story. I need to tell you a story about the time that this flipped a switch in my brain, that everything changed for me, because it's really crucial to the why in this. So let's talk about it. One day I was working and had earned a spot to join a keynote speech by a very powerful woman and CEO. And I was very excited to be there. She was a commanding person who was also very kind and demanded respect in the most beautiful and I can't say enough amazing things about the way that this woman presented herself to the world. And that may have been one of the first examples I had of a woman doing something like that. And it was amazing. It was incredible. And I hung on her every word because she was saying so many incredible things. But one of the amazing things that she said, one of the things that really, really caught me was when she looked at us all and she said, think about a woman you admire in your life. Doesn't have to be anyone famous. Doesn't have to be anybody incredibly special even. Someone ordinary in your life who you look up to, a woman that you look up to. Think about the best qualities that they have, what makes them who they are, and just picture them in your mind. Imagine if that woman found herself in the top 1% of wealth in the world. Would the world look different? And my brain exploded. I thought, what the what? What if we had more women in the top 1% of wealth in the world? What if there were more women who controlled more of our wealth in the world? Especially those women that we look up to, admire, and know have hearts of gold, who nurture, who love and care, who build community, who are empowering, who are strong, who are brave and amazing, and we could not imagine a life without them. What if those women had that money, had that power that comes with money? Now, don't get me wrong, these women that I'm thinking of in my life, the women that you have in your head, of course, can create big impact without wealth and without money. But unfortunately, we do live in a world where power comes from wealth. And wouldn't it be one of the coolest things to see those women use power and wealth to accomplish the things that they accomplish in their everyday life, to make others feel the way you feel about them every single day, to create an impact in the world that would make a true difference? Can you imagine it? She also talked a lot about women that day having freedom in their life with income by creating their own income and having their own wealth. And that's on a smaller scale, not necessarily like big, giant 1% wealth, But being able to financially support yourself and your family, being able to contribute to your household in a way that makes you feel really fulfilled. And none of these things, again, have to be tied to money or to wealth. But I think a lot of times as women, we never think they will be. And that is why it is so important to see more women creating businesses, being entrepreneurs, growing wealth, providing income for their family through this amazing, incredible thing that they've built. When we show up in these spaces as these women, as entrepreneurs, as women taking our power through wealth, we're showing other women and girls it's possible. And me, being a girl who grew up thinking it wasn't, really truly needed that. And I think we live in a world today where most women and girls believe it. But I'll be honest with you, just even hearing that woman say those words and me shifting my mindset on how the world could be better and different with more women creating and having wealth in the world, it still didn't fix everything inside of me. It took more time. It took some nurturing. It took some pounding in my brain to realize the potential that I have and that I can help others to find. Yes, the world would be a better place if more women had more money. But we have to get the women believing that they deserve it. And that takes a mindset shift in some of us. It just does. And while I think the world is probably getting better, at least sometimes, at depicting women in successful roles in whatever that looks like in their lives and giving a lot of different options for what that can be, I do think there's still this lingering thing in the back of our brains that says we're just a little bit less than. We should be quieter. We shouldn't be too much. We shouldn't probably stand up and do these things. And also, if we're going to do them, we have to work twice as hard. We have to be willing and ready to stand up for ourselves and advocate for our own selves and our capabilities to do these things. Because not everyone will. Not even other women sometimes. And that's a scary thing to have to do. To advocate for yourselves. To have to prove yourself. When sometimes maybe you're not so certain about yourself. So it's important for us to make money as women and show that we can do it because other women and girls are watching. But on top of that, it's also really important that we look at this other part of this. A lot of times as women, when we're in a business, we will undercharge and over-deliver. Because again, that's kind of what we're told to do in everything in our lives. If you look at the conditioning for over centuries about what a woman should be, what she should be doing, it's all for free. It's, show up in the household and do the things within the household, raise children within the household, go to the PTA meetings, volunteer at the school, volunteer here, this, that, and the other thing for free. For free. And I'm not saying you shouldn't want to do some of those things for free. And I'm not saying don't care for your family, but we've been conditioned to think that we should just be doing things for less or nothing. And that's not the case. It's not the case. I see so many people undercharging and over-delivering on their services as online service providers that it's just sickening to me. I literally had a conversation this morning about a woman who is having one of those moments about increasing her rate by $25. $25 for an entire service that she provides. It's nothing, my friend. In fact, even raising her prices up, that $25 doesn't bring her anywhere to what her value is. But we love to undercharge and overdeliver. It's time for that to stop. Because women making money, women creating wealth, women showing up in the world, doing those things as entrepreneurs is going to change it. We are going to change the world this way. However you choose to show up in the world can change the world. There should be no guilt around money with women. There should be no guilt about making it. There should be no guilt about creating a lot of it. There should be no guilt, but there is. There's a lot. There's a lot of it. And I hope that we can get past that. I hope we can move forward. I hope that we can take the message that that CEO had for us about what the world could look like with more women creating a better world through wealth. And when I'm feeling guilty, or when I am doubting myself, or when I don't really know what the next step in my business might be, I always come back to that message. What is it that I would do with that money? Where would I put it? How would I change the world? And it doesn't have to be big things, my friend. You don't have to be in the top 1% to change the world with your wealth and your money. How would you change it in your house? What would be different for you, for your family, for the people you love, for the people you care about, for the community that you live in? How could it be different? That's what motivates me. That's what motivates me every day. How can I make this impact in the world through my family, through my community, by making money? I don't have to apologize for that. You don't have to apologize for that. This is something that is important. It's important and it's good. And we need to focus on it. And we need to remember that we don't have to apologize for making money, good money, money that we're worth. We don't have to apologize for charging for our services. And we don't have to apologize for changing the world. All right, so we're going to go out there. We're going to make some money. We're going to change the world, be it in small ways or big ones. But either way, you're going to remember that you are an example for other women and girls for what can be. And you're going to go forward, charge what you're worth, and build all the things and change the fucking world. Okay, go do it. Get to work.